What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Trying to See Me Out You Do podcast. Sorry I've been delaying this and the Shane and Friends podcast. They're both in the works. Listen, turn my volume up, my mic. Gonna move it a bit, might make some noise. Sorry, people. Listen, I've been watching the TV show Mo. I'm on season 2. It's on Netflix. I really enjoyed season 1, so I thought I'd watch season 2. And as I started season 2, man, oh man, am I partially disappointed. And I think I'm disappointed. There's a lot in the story. Also, on my attention span, so I'm not really sitting through everything and letting it all build. But it just feels like so much is happening. But one thing that I'm consistently seeing about Mo's character is an ESFP, I believe it is, or like that's the MBTI that's like attributed to him online that people tend to see, is how mad, or bro knows his problem. He literally just told, I'm on like one of the episodes, he just told his mom that he needs to get better control of his emotions. And then he finds something out and he walks out of the building in this crazy outburst. Someone just had to tell him not everything's about you, and he still just can't comprehend it. And I'm getting mad and frustrated at this character for doing the same mistake over and over and over and over and over again. And I get that there are some emotional things that you just can't handle and you gotta like distance yourself from, but you just have to. But then that reminded me of myself. And here I am. Today's Monday. I wasn't doing good, guys. I tricked my mind into being, I guess, slightly more content or fixing my habits. I had a conversation with some friends the other day where I said the one thing I really want to learn how to do is surrender. And that's because I'm so sick and exhausted of trying to do all this on my own. And I don't have to. I don't know how to not do that, though. I see all my friends who I know have put years and months and times into getting to the point that they're at. And I just feel like a whole year is going by and I'm in the same spot. And this rut is, it's aggravating. I'm aggravated. I want to be vulnerable. I want to tell everybody everything, but that doesn't help. Talking about it makes me feel better. It makes me feel like people love me through it all, and I guess that's what I ultimately want. I don't even know what I want. I don't know what I want anymore. And I've said that a million times, and that's what I should do. But instead of doing that, instead of figuring out what I want, instead of understanding that, what I end up doing is just dopamine looping for hours, finding another song I like, or watching things on my phone, and I'm sick of it, dude. I'm not. That's a lie. I don't even know. Hold on, I gotta shut my door because I'm being loud and I don't want to wake my family up. Okay. Door's partially shut, but I'm not sick of it because I keep doing it. It's all I know how to do. So what is change? What is growth? What is any of this stuff? Because it doesn't make sense to me, and I'm waiting for someone to explain it like a freaking video essay that I've watched a million times, because I sit and loop on those all day. I can tell you about being essence and nature of God. I can give it to you, maybe not in the most authentic way, but in some way I possibly can, and I could tell you all that. I can tell you how to fix my problems, but I don't know how and why it's not working. I don't know why I don't want to. No one's telling me this stuff, and it's something I have to figure out, and I don't know why I'm not. And here I am again for the millionth time repeating stuff I've already said to everyone on this podcast, saying things that I've already said before and thought about before and discussed with my therapist and discussed with my mother and discussed with my friends, and nothing's changing. And I just want to like when do I be real? What is real? I don't even know what that is. I'm so confused. Every time I learn something about myself or about anything, I get a million more questions. And they tell me philosophy is pointless because philosophy is just the continuous question of why and the external of yourself. But that apparently doesn't change me. And so I learned psychology and some aspects of psychoanalyst. And I try to delve into some aspects of that. And then I'm just even more confused. Or if I do have an answer, a solidified answer of how to fix myself and yada, yada, yada. So then I go into self-help because none of that's working. And here we are. It is just like, bro, I had a very real moment with God, with Jesus, when I got saved. And I feel so far removed from the Shane at that point. The Shane that was like loving God. And I remember the fire in that first moment. But there I go again, living my life off feelings. Jesus didn't just die so I could feel better. And even as I say that, I feel like I have to give some perfect sermon or discernment. And it's just exhausting. I want to be a good Christian. But I don't know why I want to do it. Do I want to do it so others can look at me and say, wow, there's Shane the good Christian and I can get a high off of that? Or do I want to do it because I'm like loving Jesus actively? The quote that's been looping on my head for maybe a month now is, I saw John Keith post it, the Christian rapper. Shout out John Keith. Speaking of Christians who are vulnerable, and I loved, and I spent so much of last year crying to his music. His song "The Bridge," and what's the first one on that album? Eremos. I can't remember the name of it. I'm blanking on it right now, but he had a quote on one of his posts that said, "Inner peace is the new apologetics." People, I remember when I first got, not first got saved, but I went to Winter Jam one year. Excuse me, sorry. I went to Winter Jam one year, and Sidewalk Prophets played. I'm not a big, like, CCM guy. I'm not into Christian contemporary music. It wasn't my scene. I just went for, I think, it was either Annie Mineo or Lecrae or somebody that year, and I just wanted to see them. But Sidewalk Prophets had this song called Something Different. I remember the whole song was about that there's something different about you as a person that makes people want to come to Jesus. And I loved people so much that I wanted them to experience the joy that I was feeling as a Christian. I wanted them to have this true, honest engagement with the God I was engaging with. And so I set this goal to be that something different. But it never flew, maybe never come out of me authentically. You know what it is so much of me questioning this makes me question my faith. And it shouldn't. It really shouldn't. Because I know the encounter I had wasn't... I've had fanatical, emotional experiences. I've had them. I'm not going to lie like I haven't. I think most of us are lying when we say we don't. And I think that's why atheists are very prominent to say, oh, maybe that's just like, that's what these Christians are feeling. And, you know, other religious experiences and stuff like that. But I know what I felt. But I need to qualify it so other people will believe. I need to do all this and do all this. I need to walk this perfect Christian lifestyle. And I don't know anymore. I don't know. All of this that I'm saying right now feels like an excuse. It doesn't feel congruent. Because what I really want, what doesn't feel congruent, but what I feel I should want is to be content with myself. So content that I don't need anyone else's opinion, that I do have good discipline because I value myself, and I'm not wasting days away watching porn and talking to people about having meaningless conversations that don't change anyone's mind, or avoiding going to work because I have so much anxiety that I'm scared to show face. I don't know what to do, bro. I just want to get close to God again. I just want Jesus. Is that so much to ask at this point? Is it just, I just want Jesus at this point? I feel like I just want that peace again. Because everything else feels so intense. Everything feels so intense. I don't know how to get out of my own head. I don't know how to get it to stop. And I wish I could. I wish I could, but I know all of this takes work. But I don't, dude. I have to be broken. I have to be something. It, I don't think it's bad for someone to say something's wrong with me. I gotta work on that. That's not a bad thing. But dudes, it's not just like it's not in that context. That's probably the context it should be in. But I genuinely feel broken. Like I'm unfixable, and I don't know what to do. Except like sit and cry about it, dude. Like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do anymore. So, sorry. It's just a lot. I'm so ashamed and I'm so like it's not even like the religious shame. It's not this. I just feel like I can't fix me, dude. It has nothing to do with any of that. I just want to be better. I don't want to be living like this. Don't. I joke about it all the time. About knowing all of my problems. And not, like just not fixing them. And I don't know anymore. I just don't know. I just don't know anymore. And